his spotlight, his.
Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Look for it, Marty!
Hey YouTube, PhatPastor here. Welcome to Tuesday night live with Prop Bros, brother Atreides. Skip, we got Z King on here, but I think he's muted right now. Let me turn my ugly mug off down here in the corner because we don't need me two places. That's like scary. That's scary. And let me flip myself to the right way. And there we go. How's it going, Skip?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I am doing good. So,
That's good.
got a giveaway tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, just one, but like the others, it'll be pick your poison, one or two.
Oh, it's a surprise giveaway.
Yeah, surprise giveaway. Pick your poison. So, yeah, there we go. So, how was your week been, man? Hopefully it's not been as chaotical as mine.
It's been pretty good. Building some drones and a lot of battery checkers. There's a whole lot of battery checkers.
Well, that's good.
Top was at 533 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I heard you can get them customized now. So
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's advertised, but if you put in a request, I'm pretty sure you can get them customized.
What, like the outside shell printed with your name in it or something?
Yeah, or like say if you wanted your whole chapter to have battery checkers, you could possibly
Do the
get
chapter.
the chapter logo on it and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That would be a neat way. Can you customize the color of the LEDs?
So the ones that we did customize,
Excuse me.
these people wanted Velcro on the back of them, and they didn't want the LEDs at all. So it made it a little bit easier for us to do those.
Okay. All right.
Let me get the stream copied over here. I'm going to share it a little bit.
All right. Some of you, I don't know if I know a lot of you. I know probably at least 50 of you realize that Sean Ames is back at MultiGP. I think he's over. I don't think he's back. Well, I'm pretty sure he's not back as COO. I think he's back as the chapter support. So, if you are an active or one of the top 50 most active chapters, if my understanding is correct, you will receive 2 Pilot Institute Part 107 FPV gates. You just pay.
You need a high-performance portable generator.
Sorry about that. Turn my phone on. So, yeah, you'll get 2 of those gates. You just pay the shipping. More if your chapter's just updated, is from what I understand. There's more that goes out to chapters as they tier up, but I think that's a separate deal than this, but I don't really know. But it's good to see Sean up and back at it. He's great asset. No pun intended.
Absolutely.
No pun intended.
Absolutely.
Great asset to MultiGP, and just a all over great guy. So
You know,
yes.
whenever I seen Sean, this is the picture that I have in my mind of how dedicated he is at MultiGP. We're at IO at the big Sharjar race. At the time, it was Sharjar instead of Prospect, and we were at the big race, Prospect type race, and I literally seen the guy with a giant flat screen TV with it in his hands. I mean, as wide as he can carry it, running with this widescreen TV across the field to get it to the other side so people can watch the race on the screen on the big screen. And I'm like, that is dedication right there. Somebody to pick up a flat screen TV that's like four 4 or 5 foot wide, or 4 foot wide. It could be 5 foot,
Hmm.
4 foot wide, and run with it.
Yeah, sounds like something he would do. Um, Working in the chat. All right, I think I
His
got it.
Barlett said, "Yeah, man, he reached out to me today about onboarding. What's onboarding?
I think it might be because Kiz is overseas, and they may be looking for people to join the management of 533. I don't know.
Oh, and then Rabble works. Do we have Jarvis talking for this?
No, I have Jarvis shut off with you
Okay,
right now, so
and
it's not talking over everything.
Rabble Rotor works. So that 5 times fast.
Hmm.
Said, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm putting them in the what's it called, the featured chat whenever I see people saying that. It was stuck there for a second because YouTube does its thing and it'll just stop. It keeps running on the YouTube side, but on the OBS side, it just stops sometimes. So,
Yeah, well, I've always not had Jarvis because I kind of like reading them, you know.
hmm, yeah,
But some people like to have Jarvis, and I also like to be a little bit interactive with the chat a little bit more. You know, we got Raymond Correa, Audrey Whitson
yeah,
in the chat, and I went ahead
yeah.
and shared it around a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's what we need to
So you got
do.
any races coming up?
Well, a good friend of mine they scheduled one on May the 18th, which is a Sunday, so I can't make it to that one. Wouldn't know who that would be.
Oh yeah. Well, uh,
What
yeah.
happened to?
So Evan's open time was on May the 18th, and he wanted to do a GQ. And I tried to sneak in a tiny trainer race in those,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, oh, maybe they'll let me do tiny trainers for at least 2 hours in the morning. But I snuck it in early. That way,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they wouldn't even show up to it.
No bueno.
And they uh, as soon as Carter said something about it, I knew that they would team up against me and get rid of the tiny trainers in the morning. And
Oh yeah.
Evan said, "Well, they could run tiny trainers," and I'm like, "Well, I don't want to run my tiny trainer and somebody just plow it up with a 5 inch."
Yeah. Yeah. At
So
least cut
I
that
guess
canopy up. Yeah.
we'll
I
do
am
5 inch on.
right. I am Gross says hello all. The Northwest was warm today, so I was able to turn some laps with my tiny trainer today. Good time, man. I'm glad you got to. Glad you got to do it. It was good. It was good weather here today. I just ran all day. So evening Bork, Mr. Bork Bits. If you guys look in the, let's see if it shows it in the chat here. Yeah, if you look in the chat and you see these stars besides people's names. That means that they're members of the channel and support the channel and help bring this stuff to you. It's, you know, YouTube is free for you to use, but it's certainly not free for you to keep things up to standard and keep things working. It costs quite a bit to stay on your toes with it. Rabble Rotorworks says that he's just digging his tiny trainer, digging it out, okay, and checking it over. Yep, I sent two of my tiny trainers to a friend of mine that works on them, and he's gonna give them a good once over. And
Yeah, well, if you're doing tiny trainers and you're just now digging them out, well, you just missed the first season, which is winter season,
mm-hmm.
and we just now added the summer season to it also. So I'll be running the summer season. The winter season, though, is normally what they run.
Yeah. Seth Packard says, "What's up, y'all? Thank you for the invite, Dustin." We don't know. No, do you know a Dustin? I don't know a Dustin.
Well, that's
Is that one
Facebook
of your?
name.
Is that?
Everybody calls me Skip and Atreides. So
That's one of your aliases, right?
that's somebody from Facebook, and I know who it is.
Yeah.
It is
Welcome, Seth. If it's your first time here, you know.
somebody we're getting turned on to FPV.
Yeah. And if you get turned on, go ahead and take out your frustration on that like button and just smash it good right there. So, they are battle tanks. She's good to go. Yeah, they are. You can. I have seen it done. You can kill a tiny trainer. I've seen it done, but you know you've really got to be you really got to be ready to kill it.
I've had a Vada kill I've had a tiny trainer kill a Nevada by Sean.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Sean,
I was there. I didn't see what happened. I didn't catch it live, but I saw the aftermath. And I was like, a tiny trainer did that? And I'm like, yep. And it was revenge for stepping on everybody's video. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I was going Avada speed.
Right.
And Avada speed is, well, I was also in like sport mode probably. And yeah, a 70 mile per hour or 75 mile per hour drone, because the Nevada's got sensors on it, and it says I'm going to slow down when I get close to the floor, and that's what made it blow up, or that's him hitting it made it blow up pretty much.
Thank you, McFlies, for your 17-month membership. Thank you so much. I don't know if that audio was a little loud on it, but it was on my end, so I cut it down. Yeah. Flew the Babito around the trailer for 6 300 mile and 4 450s, a few more 450s, and hey, that's more than I got to fly. Yeah, it was loud in my end too. So I turned the alerts down a little bit. I don't know what happened. Got them turned up a little too loud. But if we have another something like that, we will certainly be able to tell if it's too loud now. Sorry if those of you wearing headphones, if it blew your ears out. Of course, I'm wearing it. It wasn't quite loud enough to blow your ears out, but it was definitely too loud for mine. So, Skip, do you have anything in store for tonight, or are we just kind of shooting from the hip, talking about races and stuff like that, or?
I had some things. They'll come to mind here soon, probably. You know, the whole Chinese tariff thing, it's up to what, 245 now or something like that?
Yeah.
But they think they're going to, we thought there was going to be some type of agreement come soon, but it's not looking like it. So It's something that we're having to deal with. There are, some little workarounds and stuff like that.
Right.
And there are cheaper places to get FPV parts,
Right.
and which there's not many of them, but there are places. So be sure to shop around and don't just go for the first place because you can definitely find it cheaper in some places.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and there is a lot of people saying, some people price gouging and stuff like that. I don't want to I don't want to throw up anybody's name or anything like that and say somebody's price gouging, but people seem like they're starting to match other people's prices and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I know for a fact that this is coming through the mail system. This is not coming through, the manufacturer
Mm-hmm.
or the people that are making them or anything or production. It's solely coming through the mail, and you receive the charges as just like it's a cash on delivery.
Right. That's what I've heard. I just had a message from HDzero. They're sending something out. All right, that's not as loud this time. Got a $10 super chat from McFlies. Pope is dead. Now the Antichrist. The Antichristerist. Antichristerist. He's probably driving. Or I don't know if that's means something funny, but the Pope did die yesterday, so or a day before, whenever they announced it. So, but yeah, thanks for the $10 super chat, and the alerts were not loud on my end, so hope that's much better.
How's it going, DJ Lee?
Yeah,
Nice to see you in the chat, Mr. Lee.
yeah, let me read off some names. We're early, long enough in the tooth here. First person here was Mr. Kiz Bartlett. Raymond Carrera was next. Audrey Whitson was next. Kiz Bartlett. Rabble Rotor Works. Raymond Carrera again. I am Gross. Bork Bits. Rabble Rotor Works. And Seth Packard. And let's see. Bork Bits. And Mr. Lee, DJ Lee. And McFly. And June Loco. I'm going to cut it off right there. So you got to get here earlier in the stream. The fat man will read your name. And maybe even put your logos up on the screen like that. Good evening, all. I have Jarvis turned off right now, guys. No, I have him muted. So, Workbit says, I have some stuff showing up from Allie on Tuesday. Maybe I'll know then. Too much rumors. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I've heard some people getting AliExpress stuff in, and I've heard other people getting messages or even a phone call stating that they've got to be ready for $20, $30, $40 COD when their package arrives. So I don't
So
know.
there is one drone news that I've seen out besides all of the war stuff. There's one drone news in Florida, and what it is it'll let homeowners use reasonable force against drones. And now I don't know what reasonable force means, but that's what it's said
I,
that they're trying to get legislation to do that. Uh, Now,
I heard
what that means?
somebody actually told me something today, and I
Okay.
didn't put two and two together with it. They said it's now legal in Florida to take a super soaker or a water balloon and knock a drone out of the sky.
Yeah, well, we all know shooting is out of the question.
Yeah, you don't shoot a gun at something that's not risking or endangering your life or endangering someone else. But you could throw a water balloon at it, from what I understand, or shoot it with a super soaker.
Well, yeah, well, if you're low enough for somebody to throw a water balloon or shoot a super soaker at it,
Hmm.
then you kind of can't blame them. I mean, really, to be honest with you, I mean that's pretty close to
Well,
somebody's house.
well, I don't, and I don't know if it's true, but I've heard from people, and I've seen some cases, I guess, where people were flying over people's backyards when their family was in the pool under, you know, under 60, 70 feet. And yeah, that would make me mad too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely don't want people harassing people with drones.
Yep. And Bort just come up with conformal coding. I'm conformal coding my stuff right now. Yeah, yeah, but if water balloon hits
They've
your props
got
right, you know. So,
they've got drone saves man hit by a train in Oklahoma City.
mm,
They also let's see here. They've got potato farming with drones with technology in Western Australia.
right. Raymond Carrera says
And
Speedy Bee is not delivering right now. Does anyone know why? Probably the tariffs.
yeah, I would say that's definitely why. You can get them, you can still get them in U.S. stores. I'm pretty sure. Uh, but them not delivering anymore is going to have them prices jacked up again, probably.
Yeah, and I think it takes pretty much an economist or someone to actually sit and read all of the technicalities, because some things don't get hit with the same amount of tariffs as another thing do. You know, some people think that the tariffs are going to work this way, and the others say no, it's going to work this way, and I don't know. I don't uh, claim to know, but generally tariffs are collected, at the point of customs coming in. So I don't know. All
Let's
right,
see
we've
here. I
got.
got a couple other things here. Mount Everest is being delivered by supplies with drones, and I thought the whole time Mount Everest is something super dangerous, and I've always thought, if I was ever going to go anywhere near Mount Everest, it would be with a drone, not myself.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And
people climb Everest all the time, and but I know I'd
yeah,
heard a
it is.
story about that there is in under the geyser spout is supposed to be a Phantom 4, and what the scientists have said is just a matter of time before that starts to degrade and fall apart, and then every what is it every 15 minutes, every 40 minutes or something, that it spews. It's going to be a drone motor spit up in the air or something like that.
And then another one I see is that uh, airliners have been taking near misses here lately, in which that's people need to stay away. If you're with a drone and you're anywhere near an airport, you either need to be super low or or not in the air.
Well, see, I haven't had anybody, Skip, answer this question for me legitimately. If DJI was not trying to cause trouble, why did they remove all geofencing from their drones?
Well, I think they removed all geofencing from their drones because they were on the verge of being banned, and that geofencing was part of the data that they were collecting on where every airport was, where every military base was, and all that. So once you stop sending and receiving that data back and forth of locations, and and remove that, then you no longer are sending China our secret military bases and stuff.
Well, see, I can understand them removing the remote ID, which tells the location of the drone all the time, and the operator. But why remove geofencing from around military bases and airports and things like that? It doesn't make, it's almost like they were asking to be removed from the U.S. market. It doesn't make sense to me. You know,
Well, I kind of seen it coming, uh, because it felt like DJI was doing everything they possibly could to keep everybody within the rules, and make it safe, make safe skies for everybody around the airports.
yeah,
But I said, I told my buddies, I was like, as soon as they start to get anywhere near to being banned, they're going to drop all that stuff,
yeah,
and
uh,
that's going to be all off limits. Remote ID is going to go out the door, and you're not going, they're just going to unlock everything.
yeah. Borkbit says it, and this makes sense. It's so the Y can't show favoritism anymore. So they, I guess is what he meant. Could it be also that what was it, 4 or 5 Chinese nationalists were arrested for flying their drones over military bases and the a space force base and all of this stuff? Where if all of DJI's drones are supposed to come with that, and these guys were flying it, doesn't it make them look more like spooks or spies? And if it's on none of them, then anybody can fly it. And now there's a whole crop of people to weed from. You got to weed from the 7 or 8 year olds who parents don't even raise them anyway, much less know that there's any rules about drones. Hands them a Mavic Mini and says, "Here, go fly it." And
Yeah, and Scott Dozer makes a great point. He's saying, why do they even have it to begin with? And that is a great point, because there's no reason for China
mm-hmm,
to even be an interest of protecting American airports. You wouldn't think, but they did claim that DJI, as a company themselves, were trying to make it safe. Now, but if you look at the big picture, though, they're all in cahoots with the CCP.
yeah, that's what a
So
communist government is. After your business gets so much, I mean, communism means the government owns, the shortest definition means the government owns everything, and they split it up from amongst the people. So as soon as
yeah,
DJI become to a certain level, or any business for that matter in China, the government can walk in and say, "Oh, we're taking over. You can stay here. We want you to stay here building stuff, but we're taking over. We're going to tell you what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and when you're going to do it." So, let me see.
yeah.
Let's see if I can
Well,
minimize.
I think I think them removing that data actually makes them a little bit safer to stay in America. Either that, or it might have been a power play move to say, you know, if you're going to ban us, we're going to start removing stuff like this. Because they not only have geofencing, but they also have aircraft detection.
Yeah,
I don't know if you knew that or not,
yeah, yeah.
but
I've seen it.
whenever yeah, whenever you're in the air and you have like a Mini 3 Pro or a Mavic or even the DJI FPV, I've seen it in the goggles, and it would say aircraft detected.
Yeah, and it would
And
show you where it was at over on your screen.
I
It'd be
don't
going.
Yeah, mine wouldn't. I never seen it show you where it was at, but it did say it was in the area.
Okay.
You actually said you've seen it show where it was
Well,
at.
not in person. What I'm saying, I've seen a video where
Okay.
somebody was in there and
See,
it was showing an aircraft.
well, see, I've always wondered if you know, instead of remote ID, why not have that on that
A
kind of a
transponder.
chip
Yeah.
on everything, you know, on every drone. Like,
I think
yeah,
a transponder is
that
just too big. You
that
know.
way it goes straight to heads up display. I mean, they got them on on the DJI aircraft. I mean, drones, and you're under 7250. I'm not saying an actual transponder, but you know, a warning system saying, "Hey, you got one in the area. You need to, you know, land or get low, or you got one crossing your path or something." You know.
Yeah. Bortbit says that less than 10% of their quad section. I've heard that the U.S. is over 60% of DJI's overall sales, but I don't know if that's true or not. And, but if the U.S. is only 10% of their overall market, then if they're making that for other countries, then I can understand that 100%. Yeah. So
Yeah. I seen a thing saying that U.S. has made drones that will go over 1,000 miles with and they're solar powered. So that means that they're probably staying in the air a long time, a very long time.
probably so.
How far is 1,000 miles? Is that is that across the ocean?
Well, that's a mile is 5,260 feet. So that's 52,000, right?
Yeah, but
No,
how far
that's
is it across
that's
the
fi-
Pacific? You
I
know,
don't know. I don't know. That's not
you know,
something
look
I've
at
looked up lately.
because okay, so they say it's about 12,000 miles. So that's not even close.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so 1,000 miles is
that's
not even not even
5,280 feet in a mile. Right?
yeah.
Did I say 60? That's 80.
Well, see, I've always thought they had planes that pretty much just stayed in the air, you know, kind of like satellites.
Yeah, we talked
And,
about that,
and
Bort. Go ahead, Skip.
we know the Chinese is doing that with balloons because of 2023.
They just sent that over for Biden to go. Look, our balloon. So,
You know, I
Bort,
joked around and
go ahead.
said that I wanted 33 to buy a gigantic balloon and put their logo on it.
Yeah, you just set it adrift.
You know, yeah, well, you know, it'd be cool. You'd be like, "Hey, I want a set of props." And you just fly that thing over it and parachute down a little package of props or something.
Yeah. Then you get arrested for dropping things from an airplane. Bort Bit said, in New Jersey Quad Scare, did you hear any remote ID at all? No, we were actually on here on Tuesday nights during all of that stuff, looking at the footage and saying, that's a manned aircraft. Well, I don't know what that is on another one and another one. And then it's like, well, why, if you're going to have a spy plane, are you putting why are you putting red and green nav lights on it? And I've got a text from another pastor here I need to answer.
Well, the Pilot 108 is coming out, so the delivery drones are going to be on their way for sure. because the 108 is beyond line of sight, which is an extension to your 107.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know about that, the 108 is going to allow people to actually fly delivery drone, and then you'll start to see like places like Pizza Hut fly your pizza to your doorstep because I found out today that they don't no longer have any delivery drivers in Maryville, Tennessee. They have uh, they have used all the rideshare programs like Uber and what's the other one, DoorDash, and they're using them for delivery drivers now.
Right.
So I think it's not long until they make that pretty much all automated, and you have machines making your pizza and drones and delivering your pizza.
Hmm. Cooking it, a robot in there, a Tesla bot cooking it, and then drones delivering it. I think that's where it's going, man. I was
Yeah,
at a big box store. I won't name the name of it, but its logo looks like a butthole, and was sitting there looking at some Crocs for my wife, and this this kid, he couldn't have been over 18, and he was sitting on one of the stools or the things where you change your shoes. It's got the mirrors on them, and he was just sitting there, and he had his vest on, and I was like, "Hey, is this?" And he had his face down. He had his face down in his phone, like this, and I could tell the way he was moving. He was kind of gaming because he was doing his head like this and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, can you tell me where the women's Crocs are?" And he looked up and went right back to work. And for the next 20 minutes, it took me over 20 minutes to find a manager because everybody I'd asked, like, I don't know. I was like, "Are you supposed when you should know when you take a break? Did they let you take a break sitting out in the store with your smock on?" Uh, I don't know. I don't know. And I finally found a manager, and they're like, "No, they're not supposed to do that. We actually encourage them if they're going to take their vest thing home with them that when they check out to take it off and lay it over their arm." And I was like, "Well, do it over playing a game, and he won't help. He won't help nobody do nothing." I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick. I'll still listen.
yeah. Well, I see that. Okay, we got DJ Lee. Mr. Lee says, "Yes, sir. I'm great and coming to see you Friday. I need your help with the legend in the tiny turn you built for me. My Chromebook won't let me download the system too. Are you this week? You're supposed to come and see me. We might want to schedule that or something because I have no clue what I'll be doing Friday. So we definitely need to schedule something out and make it a date we agree on because there's no telling what my schedule is going to be like. Uh, I am super busy
I didn't
with
know.
with.
I didn't know y'all took walk-ins.
Oh no, we definitely do.
Oh, really?
We do allow people to come to 533 and check us out, and but we normally schedule that.
Oh,
We're
I'm gonna
definitely.
tell Mondo I'm gonna walk in one day with a box full of crap. Of course, there'll be pizzas in those boxes, but they won't know it. Oh, we got a lot of chat going on here.
Yeah, the Raymond, you're exactly right. There is a problem with people that don't want to work, or they think what they do is too much, and it's like pulling teeth to get simple things done sometimes. But that's the society we're going to live in, and people that don't want to do their job is more than likely going to be taken over by either somebody else that doesn't mind doing that, a immigrant that's moved over here from a less fortunate country, or a machine.
Yeah. Bork says go to the nearest phone and start hitting buttons. Unfortunately, because I worked at Walmart when I was in high school and was training in what was their loss prevention uh, program. I don't know if it doesn't work it out at the one that near me. We all figured out it was Walmart, I guess, right? What was I trying to hide? And it used to work at this new one, the Super Center. You could pick up a phone and hit 99, and it was the loudspeaker. So I would go like back off in the back, back. This has been so long when they still had fabrics back there where there was nobody at, and I'd pick up the phone with my daughter. She was, she's probably 9 or 10 then before she got to the age that I was embarrassing her. And I'd pick up the things like Johnny Nine Fingers, you're wanted at the Piranha Tank. Johnny Nine Fingers, you're wanted at the Piranha Tank. And I'd just hang up and watch people look. So, yeah, you can't. 99 used to be it. Was 33 and I don't know that last one.
In the end, was 33 in the end?
What is 33? 533? I don't know. How I don't know how late is our latency. I've got it on ultra low, so it shouldn't be that much, but I don't know. It's somebody type something and I'll tell you how long it takes me to see it.
Yeah, there's no telling. Yeah.
I can look on my phone.
Have a little bit of delay between what you say and what we have. Oklahoma town named from Shakespeare. Shakespeare. A place in Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Holy Shakespeare. Like
Hey, why don't you talk about that drone above your head there? What is that drone right there?
What one? This one?
The one, the
This
one
one?
right here. Yeah,
this
right
one.
there. What is that drone over there
Right here.
on the other side of your head?
This one.
Yeah.
This one
What is that?
Let me make this big. It deserves to have a big screen, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at that. That is the Rotor Hazard Work of Art 2025 Raffle Drone. That's a CL1 frame. Zing motors on it. Flight controller. Looks like it's got a TBS analog VTX on it, and you can get it for. It does. I agree. It does. It's a lot better than anything I can do. We still have tickets left on it. Got to get my card. Hang on, because I did have someone send me a Cash App today. Got a ticket, but we still have. Let me show this thing off a little bit more, and I'm going to talk to you guys about something. This is a raffle. A raffle means you buy tickets, and we'll draw one ticket. One person will win. I might even make it.
I tried grabbing it out of the screen, but I couldn't make it happen.
I might even make it where I throw something else in and draw a second time. But for $10, you can get a shot at winning this. And you can, I've had to, because we're getting close to we're not close to the end, but we have 37 tickets sold. It was 40, but that's why I'm clarifying. This is a raffle. Someone bought 3 tickets, and I'll just say it because I don't know that it was either done out of ignorance. I don't think it was done out of ignorance. Tater FPV, I don't know the real name. Well, I do know the person's real name. It was on PayPal. But Tater FPV bought 3 tickets last Thursday on the stream. And yesterday morning, I get a message from PayPal that Tater had opened a case disputing the thing with PayPal, saying that merchandise was not delivered, and that client said they won't deliver until after 2 weeks, and he wanted his money back. So I gave him his money back. I didn't question it. I just sent the money back. I have so many transactions through PayPal. They don't hold money like they do for a lot, but no, I love it. We show it and people start putting up 5,100. Like they're ready for it to be in the in the raffle. That's not the giveaway yet. We'll start one after this, and but
Basically, what you're saying is, if you put in your raffle ticket, you're not up. It's not up for a raffle right now. It's going to be a big raffle for a grand prize for that.
when 60
And
tickets,
I've got a couple in myself.
when
So-
60 tickets are full,
yeah,
that's when we're going to do it. And
yeah.
now we were at 40, but I had to take 3 or 4, I think. Well, let me see.
Now, is there a
It was
limit on
4.
how many tickets you can get?
Yeah, we did say 20 at first. You could still do 20, but no more than 10 at a whack right now. So if you want to buy a bunch, buy them in $10 increments right now, but you can only do that twice. So we want it to be fair for everybody, and we will do the drawing here on the live stream on Tuesday or Thursday night, whichever one it works out best. And what we'll do is we'll put everybody's names up, make sure everybody sees their names. There's only one person that I've got some discrepancy about their name, and I've already talked it over with Skip and other people that were there, and they think it's we will know for sure if that person's name gets drawn. And Mr. Lee, you really need this plane. I think that's a comment that you told me. You can hear the plane just immediately get low. I don't. They must be having another conversation that I don't know about.
But no, so the drone is complete, ready to fly, right?
It is. Now let me say this about it. I've not flown it. I'm not gonna fly it. The guy that I got it from says everything works on it. I trust him, but this is a work of art. I mean, I'm willing to try this. We'll get a smoke stopper.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let me make sure I
And
got a smoke
I was
stopper.
going to say, if you need it customized, you want it to fly to something
Modern
different
standards.
or whatever,
Yeah, this thing was built probably.
you can hit me up and we will work something out.
Where is my smoke stoppers? Here it is. There we go. I pulled out the wrong case. See, I even got these little clear acrylic cases like this. Skip. It's made for like women's makeup, but it sits on my desk. It's on. I don't know if you guys can see the green lights, but it's on.
Now, I heard the startup tones.
It works.
Arm.
That's all I'm going to try right now. That's on the 4S.
Yep.
Because
it works.
Because I didn't build it and I don't want to burn it up. I just took about a $300 chance right there. So.
Well, when it goes doodle doo, and we heard the last tones go doo doo, that means it's ready to go.
Yep.
It will arm. Those are the starting tones.
So there it is, $10. $10 a ticket, and it goes to the chapter. I mean, it goes to me for paying off the Starlink, which anybody around here near me, if you are having a race at a place that doesn't have coverage and you want to stream it, hit me up. Just give me enough time. Hit me up and we'll make it happen, So the next thing is, I can't say it enough, it's just a work of art.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
You're probably saying, Marty, why don't you just keep it? Well, for one, he give it to me to pay off the Starlink, and two, he made me one pretty close to this with Star Wars and Darth Vader that's up behind my head on a shelf in my office at church. So maybe I'll bring it one night and show it to you. So I have one of Quad Artist's work of art, and it stays on a 3D printed stand like this above my head, on a shelf above my head in my office at church. So, and those that have been there have been in my office. Well, back when my office went through a stage after several TinyWhoop races right together that you couldn't hardly walk through it, but it's all cleaned up and all better now. So yes, Johnny Scar says, I said I will send you my bind phrase when I win. Yep, and you know what, I'll send it with the two other things you've already won, because he's won a frame and a 5-inch frame and a set of motors, and a HDzero 1 watt old school. And that membership's been paying off, and being present at every live stream we have. I predict pizza delivery drones. Yeah, they can cut it up for you too. So yeah, let's get back here where we can see both of us instead of just me. All right.
It's going to be pretty funny to watch and see how many goods have been flipped around the air.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure I watched a delivery drone package with Amazon, and I don't know how they're doing it because it's not legal. But I watched Amazon do a package, and they dropped it off in somebody's driveway, and it blew all the way from the driveway to the road, violently.
I saw a thing on I think it was on Chinese fact checkers. In China, the autonomous delivery vehicles that they're supposed to be testing out for Amazon. Somebody was just going down and videoing it as it was going down the road, and a little pink scooter was hung under the front wheel, and it was just going along, sparks flying out from under it like nothing had happened. And there's clearly nobody in the thing. So if it didn't realize that it was dragging a 300-400 pounds, it was a big scooter, up and down the road, imagine what will happen if it runs somebody over.
Right.
Yeah, and Johnny's got a good point here too. He says criminals will start following those drones with a fishing net. I can see it in the country, with your bass catching net. Just go ahead and snag it and take off.
Oh, I could see some crazy person knocking that drone out of the air and trying to salvage the parts out of it or something. You know they already do that with the rideshare scooters.
Yeah. Yeah.
They throw them scooters in the lake and everything else.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I seen those guys fishing with magnets and stuff, and then pull out like 4 or 5 scooters out of the out of the pier off the pier.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
EMP
it's pretty.
mines. Yeah, that's EMP rifles, but again, that's probably very illegal. Let me do something
So let's
here.
see here. There's a teaser for a new drone. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
And I'm doing
There
something
is a
else
new
behind the
there is
scenes.
a new drone coming up, you guys. I can't talk about it. I can't give you no details. But from what I understand, there's a lot of great racers that's come together in making making a drone. They got a teaser out for it. I am looking for the teaser right now. Uh, but it's a really I've seen it firsthand and it's really cool. And I think it's when I say it's cool, it's something unique. It's something that people don't do much.
It has begun.
So, what's your favorite drone, Pastor, in 2025?
2025 has to be my 533 built HDzero 5-in-1 um, UDO. It has begun, guys. Watch the chat. Don't forget, smash it like you did the little weird boy on the bus.
Put one on there just to be.
Were you that little boy on the bus? No, I just used to like to shake him and say, "Why are you so fat?"
Put mine over there if you just leave it on. I doubt I'll win it, but if I do, I don't know. We'll do something else.
Yeah. Well, brother,
I'll do it.
you're not excluded. You are not excluded. I am excluded, but you aren't. It's easy. You just put it in like everybody else in the world, and then you can win. You was that boy. I'm sorry. Cliffhanger FPV, you're just in time and you got it in, man. It's 5 minutes long, so we don't have to rush. It'll let us know when it's all over. Members get extra tickets, so if you've ever thought about joining, it's down in the description. $2 a month, somewhere around there. You can get extra tickets, and this is not the end of the giveaways. We'll still be doing giveaways this Thursday night and next Thursday night. So it's a perfect time to be a member. So Spectrum in the 70s was a struggle. Yes, it was. And there we go with Johnny Scars putting the emojis all in there. You can see PhatPastor peeing on remote ID. The short bus. Now, we don't beat up anybody on the short bus. That's just wrong. Oh, look at all of them. Look at all of them. Tirsa King got in on it. How's it going, Miss Tirsa? A raffle is going on for viewers, says Streamlabs. A raffle is going on for the viewers. Someone asked me, messaged me, it's like, raffle? Is that legal? I was like, yep. I think it was like, yep, in Tennessee. But also it's built into Streamlabs. You know. Part of it. Queen, how's it going, man? You can no longer enter the raffle. I guess it means it's done. She kind of mean like that. We have 11 people, 21 tickets. 1 and 21 is your chances of winning. Let's go ahead and do this. McFlies! McFlies, you win. I think this is the first time McFlies has ever won anything. He's been a member for 177 years. So you have to let me know what you want between numero uno, and number 2. 1 or 2. You let me know. You guys help me keep a watch on the chat. See if he or when he responds. Yeah, don't send it to me in a text. Just send it to me in the number 2. See that. Number 2. All right, let's flip it over and see what he's won. A GEP RC 7-inch frame, new in the box. I think this was our last one. Last one. GEP RC 7, new in the frame. That will be going out to you. So, congratulations on that. Let's go back to
Sweet.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's a nice prize right there.
I think it is. That's the third one.
I didn't mean to stop my video there.
That we gave away. So, yeah. I've got your address, McFlies, so don't worry about that, but it'll be coming out to you pretty soon. So, yeah. All right. Moving along.
If I ever get a hold of that teaser video, I will definitely post it for you guys, so you can see where it's at.
What he's pointing. What do you want me to see? There we go. Mr. Pastor, will you be hitting the GQ in May? Probably sometimes.
Are you going to do the GQ?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no, look here. He said, give it to Skip.
What's that?
The 7-inch frame. I can do that if that's what you want. And he's pushing up into space. Is that what you want? You want me to give it to? You want me to give it to Skip? Is that what you're wanting me to do with it, McFlies?
You definitely don't have to do that. I've got plenty of drones. So,
Well, I'll give it to Skip, and if Skip wants to give it away at a race because it's sealed in a box, Skip holds races too. So,
well, I tell you what, I will make my wife build it.
all right.
I'm just kidding.
Watch Skip get a whooping on TV, on YouTube. That might be worth it.
I will let my wife build it. I didn't mean to say make. Excuse me. And I'll just build it. We'll build it out and maybe give it away on a giveaway after I fly it around for a little bit.
Yeah. Tim Tron says, "When's your next race, Skip? Race day, Skip."
So we have a race. When's my next race? The one that I'm actually taking a part of is going to be in May 18th in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's called House Mountain. It's we're doing the GQ all day long.
Thanks for the sub.
So from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Thanks,
we're
Tim Tron.
doing
Appreciate it, man.
the GQ race.
Tim Tron is
they
one.
also have another one in North Carolina. It's called Oak Grove GQ. I'm going to be taking part in the Oak Grove GQ. Then also on May the 17th, on a Saturday, they have a North Carolina whoop race. So that weekend is very busy for me. I will be taking part in the whoop race, and then the next day doing the GQ.
Raymond Carrera says he would take that if nobody else wants it. Let me show you what the other option was. Now, he told me there was a problem with this quad. He thinks it's in the receiver. That's why I'm holding my finger here. The canopy's loose. No, in the VTX. He tried a new camera on it, which is hanging in there, and it still didn't fix the problem. That was the one you didn't draw.
Well, I think McFlies knows that when he gives me a drone, it's going to be built and given back away.
I think that's why he did it.
So,
I've personally known him for years. And Timtron, before he jumps off here, Timtron, what frame is that? That's a good, different looking. I have no idea. A friend of mine, the quad artist, made a bunch of quads. Let me show you here. And a big shout out to Timtron. You guys go on and sub to his channel. He has helped me out a ton on trackside, getting things fixed up. I don't know what that is. Skip would probably come closer to being able to tell you what kind of frame that is.
It definitely is a racer. I know that for a fact. It is a racer.
And it's probably one that he ended up getting from
Emax, what was that Hawk? The original one?
I don't know if it's the EMAC Hawk frame. It might be, but yeah, I don't know. There it is. And also a lot of this stuff, when I get the chance, I'm going to be putting this stuff in the Discord. Let me do a Discord invite.
Is a little bit older, but it is definitely ahead of its time.
Yes.
Like the one that I got was called the Jodita, and that one was definitely ahead of its time. And and all the drones that was given to Pastor at the time they were made, they were pretty top of the line.
They were the newest stuff
Uh,
on the market. Yeah, when
yeah,
he
and
built them.
yeah, and they are still today some really good drones.
It's got LEDs up in it, and I have probably 4 or 5 left. This one being one that I'm probably just going to put on the Discord for sale, and that is the Bandolero. Got the little plastic thing there down there. I think that's probably for your GPS. I don't know, not your GPS, your receiver or something. Got the BDQ or BQE stuff on it. So, yeah, I mean, and that thing is slammed. So,
That
yep.
is slim.
And that's all the quad artist. He does. Let me show you this one, Tim, while you're on here. I'll show it again as another advertisement. He has tons of, or had, and still has a bunch of stuff like this, and can make. He did this stuff all the time. He did one of the Incredible Hulk that was, oh, I should have never let that go. I just didn't have the money at the time that he sold it. He does a lot with the CO1 frame because you got a bigger canvas right here, and you know, if you're flying something new, somebody's like, yeah, that GoPro thing is old. Well, the GoPro thing was made from Brain 3D. Just send them this, or show them a picture of this and say, make one for whatever I got, and it will fit the CO1 frame. If you're sporting a DJI action camera or a GoPro or whatever, but I mean, you can, but who's going to buy this and fly it daily? This is what well, you're not buying it. It's a raffle. $10 a ticket to money sign PhatPastor on Cash App, or link in the description for my PayPal. We still got some tickets left on this, and all of this goes to the chapter to pay off our Starlink, so we can race wherever we want to. So, yeah, the guy really knows. Yep, it's definitely a wall hanger. You break it out, you know, when all your buds get together or something, you break this out, fly it around, you know, during the golden hour. Don't let anybody touch it, and then land it and hang it back on your wall. My Vader quad, I've only flown it 3 times, and I've got to get another speaker for it because it had a speaker inside of it. Remember the little I'm sorry, I cut you out again, Skip. I'm sorry. I didn't really cut you out. I just zoomed in on me. Come on, Marty. There we go. And I've only flown my Vader quad 3 times. Remember the little Eachine Santa Claus drone that was brushed and had the little Santa Claus figure on it, and it would play Jingle Bells, I think is what it was. And he took the little speaker out of that and programmed it that and it didn't have power until you armed. When you armed, it had power, and it was like Vader, and it just sounded so cool, man. And the last time I flew it, that stopped. So I've got to look at it and break it open. So, yeah. There's the Discord. Feel free to join that. Also, if you are a member, chime in under the members tab on Discord and let us know whether you would like to have the Race 20 as an option to give away, or the Peanut, and decided on the yellow one. Yeah, that's the Race 20. It's the Race 20 analog with yellow lights on it, and that's the Peanut there, and it's just like this one, but it's yellow. It's got a little single light in the back. Excellent little racer. Like if you put up the Whoop gates, your multi-GP Whoop gates, Skip, in your front yard,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
right here would be perfect to rip through them.
Is
That's
that a
six.
3S?
That's yeah. It
Or
can fly
2S?
3S. It can fly 3S.
Okay.
3S flies a little heavy. It's better on about 2S 550. These are 65 millimeter bi-blade props. This little thing screams. It's a screamer. And you know I have two of them, and I'm gonna give one of them either that one and the other one. You'll know when I like a quad because I'll buy more than one of them. Then the yellow version of this. I'm keeping this one because this is my my platform to put a Insta360 Go in it and chase, but it's HDzero. And see, the other one will light up like that, but it's yellow, and it's got extra ducts that will come with it, and it's got padding around it. So if you bump into something, now it's a pain. I'm gonna tell you, it's a pain in the butt to work on because you have to take these ducts off, and the whole thing kind of opens up, and then you got to fit them back together with everything in there. It is a pain in the butt, but you can turn the LEDs off via this switch right here. You can turn them off and on.
But that means it's also well protected in the middle of it, right?
It is. It is very. This is
You know,
analog
the
with
first,
HDzero inside of it.
you know, the first drone I ever raced with was a Whoop, and it was a 3.5 inch Speedy B B35.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it was, and it was 6S, but that that was such a pleasure to race with because I think I've only went through like one set of props on it and
Uh-huh.
raced it for over a month. So you know that Whoop is really great if you want to get used to flying or racing or whatever. You're not really into it that much,
Mm-hmm.
you know how to fly, but you haven't got into racing or anything. A Whoop is like something that is really nice to race around because not only you can't hurt anything else, but you can't really hurt a Whoop like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those Whoops will last for forever. One of those
Yeah. And it's
you
got
could run
and the
full throttle into something.
thing about this, if you're part 107 and you want to start doing some real estate work on the side, get you a Insta360 Go 3, stick it in there. You can fly this indoors. You you bump into the wall, all it's going to hit is the foam on it. So and you can turn the LEDs off by flipping that switch back here in the back, so you don't have it on in the. And you put the battery in toilet tank up here on the top, and it just. If you go back and look at my video of me chasing a plane, I was actually chasing. Oops, FPV was flying one of my turbo timbers and the Radian, and I'm chasing him with this and that one, and it's
Lord
fine.
Fitz says he's out. Take it easy, guys. Take it easy. He's got to make McMuffins at 6 a.m. Got to sleep.
All right, man. Take care, brother. Good night. Gotta love some oops. That's right. That's right. So, yep. And Thursday night will be at least 2 more giveaways. And also, I have a giveaway of an full FPV learner's kit. It's on the channel. The thumbnail will be one of those generic thumbnail things that you buy for like $5 that you can change around, and it's some girl going, and it's 5100 giveaway, and it's the what's it called? The face flippy, is that what it's called? The flippy
Yeah.
flippy face or
Flip
face
facey.
flip facey. The flip facey, that's it. It's the 65 millimeter flip facey. Most likely you don't have one like that.
Yeah, and they got a hang glider on the like it,
On the
fly,
box.
it flies like a hang glider,
Right. Or it will
and
teach you how to
the
fly
remote
hang glider. Yep.
the the drone is bigger than the remote.
Yeah. It is. The remote looks like two Hershey Kisses melted together. So,
You know, you know what I done? I normally keep one of those drones in my car. If because I get all kinds of people that give me drones and stuff like that, and
mhm,
especially like at Christmas, somebody will give me a drone,
mhm,
and it's usually the cheapest drone they can possibly find,
mhm. Bought it from
and
Walmart.
yeah, it's like buying maybe buying a mechanic a set of brakes uh, for Christmas.
Right.
So usually I'll take that drone, and whenever I find some kids that watch us fly in
Mhm.
public, I'll usually walk up to them and say, "Hey, you want a drone?"
Right.
And the last time I done that, I filmed it, and they were so excited. They immediately jumped up and stopped watching, and started flying.
Yep.
And that's what it's about right there, is getting other people involved, and getting our young kids out there involved, and making them pilots,
Yep.
because someday they could be flying an airliner, and that's what it's
Yeah.
about.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm pushing this here. I know most people that watch us regularly, you're subscribers, and people generally do those type of giveaways to gain subscribers. Uh, I've not gained a lot through it. Uh, there's a lot of stuff, but names in there that I can tell they're just there because it says giveaway. So even if you don't want it and you fly FPV, go over there, put your name, and I don't mind telling y'all if you're watching live, exclamation point 5100. That's got to have that in there, and uh, because I would rather see people from our hobby get it, and if you don't even have anybody in your family that wants to fly, do like what Skip does. Put it in your bag, or put it in the car, and when a young kid comes out, 9 or 10 years old, 8 or 9 years old, 7 or 8 years old, 15 years old, and showing interest in it, then hand it to them. It's everything in the box for them to fly FPV from home. And if you do get it and you teach your nephew or whatever, if you have a multi protocol radio, which reminds me, I would bet $20 if somebody wins it and it is not what I'm about to tell you, message me and I will send you $20. I would bet you $20 that it is Yang protocol. If you go into your multi-protocol settings, see if you have a 4-in-1, which is this is what my old boxer was 4-in-1, and then I have an Express LRS Ranger on the back. That's so I can fly my airplanes. If you have a 4-in-1, then when you go through all of those different protocols, you'll see Yang on there. And about 80 to 90% of all of those real cheap brushed drones are Yang protocol. You put Yang protocol in here, and of course you'll have to do the stick down, stick up when you plug in the battery to bind it every time. But still, you can fly those little things with your pro quality radio. So now it's not going to go into angle. It's, or it's not going to go into
Yeah.
acro. It's angle only. But still, it's a perfect thing. Even if you don't have anybody in your life or something, you could be out at the park one day and some kid come by, and you literally add to the hobby. So go there, like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you put the exclamation point 5100 in it, and you'll be registered to win. Now, one of the things that I've said that it can't be outside the continental U.S. because I'm not paying for tariffs and shipping and all of that. So if I spin and I see, something that clearly looks like it's overseas or something, I may just spin again. So I don't want to waste time on giveaways like that. A little over half of them claim the prize. There's a lot of them that when you say send me an email with your information on it, and they never do. So Zach King said, Skip, you need a coffee, buddy.
Oh,
I think he said
I
you
always look like I'm tired.
would Skip, if you give Skip 4 or 5 minutes, he'll take a micro nap on you like that. And,
oh yeah,
and then say something to him, and he's right back like he hadn't missed a beat.
If I get still anywhere, and not doing nothing, I usually work standing up. But like if I'm soldering on a drone or something like that, we've got desks that we can crank up, and I can work on it standing up.
Oh,
So yeah, if I ever get still and set, I can pass out in a second.
Yeah,
That's because I'm always active and doing stuff too.
yeah. He says my jumper OG 4-in-1 with everything binds to even cars. Yeah, that's what I did. I've got the TX14 up here somewhere that all of my airplanes are hooked to, but I've bound it to cheap Walmart stuff. And you talk about being able to fly it a whole lot better. That little controller on that thing, I mean, it's just really crazy how it is, but it's a good way to get somebody hooked in the hobby, and that's what I'm trying to do with it. So go over there to that video.
The funny thing is, Pastor, is I could probably talk drones in my sleep.
I bet
My wife
you
says
do.
I do it all the time.
She just needs to figure out a way to. He's got a sitting desk, Jamie, and he's got a standing desk. You need to get him a sleeping desk, and while he's sleeping, just put his hands up there and all the parts on it, right? And he'll wake up in the morning with 3 built quads. You just got to put like a barrier for that soldering iron. So that's not something that you want dropped in the bed.
No, that's not. Yeah, that would be a get my ass kicked moment.
Right. Yep.
Z King, you're still on the stream, aren't you? Are you here? Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your favorite drone? I asked Pastor what his favorite drone is. What's your favorite drone? You got one?
Of 2025.
2025, yeah, this year.
My favorite right now, probably that Crux 35, man. Right now.
He just trying to make me feel bad. No, I'm joking.
No.
I'm teasing him. He knows it.
No, it I've always liked the toothpicks.
Yeah.
And that thing, it's just a really good flying drone.
That's pretty cool. I guess mine right now is the Prospect. I really like. I've been stuck on the Prospect for a while, and it's because of all the customization you can do it and stay within spec. Like I've had mine decked out in like I laser engraved the side of my Prospect one time with the dog's tooth on the stainless steel pod. I've done that, and then also on another side, I've got an American flag uh, laminated on one side, and at one time I had the American flag on the top plate. I figured out how to do the LEDs to make an American flag on the top plate, and got it to play the Star Spangled Banner whenever you plugged it in.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, I'm a red, white, and blue person when it comes to my drone colors. So I either like black or red, or red, white, and blue. And I've been hanging with red, white, and blue here lately, and that I was able to do that with my pro spec and kind of show it off to everybody.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, let me show you guys this real quick. I'm gonna pull this over Skip's face just for mine and Skip's face just for a second. That video right there with this one right there. That one. That's the one you want to click on and like, comment, and subscribe on it. And that can get you the flip facey. So
You caught me ripping a cloud.
that's all right. DJ Lee says
Yeah, I
he's
like
a Sith
that
Lord.
little LED you got back there in the background there, the American flag. That's pretty neat. Did you have to program that
Yes,
right there?
yes, and it's kind of to just have something like that. That's pre-programmed, but to scroll the members, like right there, it's scrolling the names of
Yeah.
the members. That takes a little bit because it's limited to the amount of characters that you got. And thank goodness, I'm not complaining. The channel has more members than will fit on one line, so I'm having to merge two together to get it done. But yeah, it's working, and I need to move the
Oh,
lines.
that's actually two different scrolls together, or two different LED things together.
No, it's one. But
Oh,
you can see the lines from uh, my bamboo. I probably need to move them over a little bit more. But yeah, like Johnny Scars, there he is. Matt Turley. And I don't have some of the newer ones on there because it takes me probably about an hour. I just took that, had to make it transparent though before it would show up. That's just PhatPastor and TinyWhoop.
now does the on-air sign go off when you're not live?
I just flip it on before one.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I'll show you guys. It's I've got this. This is just battery powered. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's just,
Yeah. Well,
just
Pac-Man.
Yeah. And back here, I can turn that off. It's on a switch. And this is on a switch. And that's the number if you want to program to mine. 1614. And then I've got this little thing. I don't know if y'all remember them.
Oh yeah.
The plasma things. I just got that because years ago when I was a teenager and they had them in Spencer's. I guess you got to be pretty old, a little bit older to remember Spencer's. I always
Oh, I
wanted
remember
one, but they were expensive. They were like 80 to $100. Walmart has that now for $15. So it's a little smaller globe, but yeah.
Raymond Herrera said the people at my work probably get tired of me talking about drones. Yeah, I was the same way. That's what I did at work. Is I was a machinist, and I talked about work. I talked about drones probably till they were sick of me talking about them also.
Yeah.
But they did think it was pretty cool though when I'd go out for lunch and freestyle in the parking lot, and because I would do some crazy tricks right there in front of them.
Yeah. Well, I had somebody tell me Sundays, like, Pastor, it's Easter. Can you please preach on something other than drones? No, I'm joking. All right. Well, Skip, if you don't have anything else, we can wrap this thing up. We don't have to belabor it just for the sake of belaboring it. Done it. We've already done a giveaway. We've already had a super chat. All we really need is, and we did have a subscriber, didn't we? Yes, we did. We had a new subscriber. I think we've kind of hit our goal for tonight.
We did talk about what races we'll be at next.
Yeah.
So, Pastor, if anybody wants to meet you and have a meet up at one of the races, where did you say they could go?
Well, right now I don't have anything scheduled.
Oh, I thought you was
Here,
going somewhere soon.
no, not that I'm aware of. I am supposed to be going next week to pick out a venue for a big race we're planning in the fall. Supposed to go this week for that. Got my got my free gates and all from Multi GP, and got some gates coming from Neo's drone gate. I forget the name of the company, but yeah, I've got, there's quite a bit planned. It's just nothing's locked down yet. I would like to.
Coming up, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's planning something next weekend. Zach, if you're still on, you can hop on and answer that. I do have to pause for the calls. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I can hear you.
Is that an official event, Z King, or is that just something for the locals to do, or how does that go down? Well, Z King.
Yeah, it's hold on, buddy. It's just a get together. We're gonna go out and fly. I'm gonna post it on Multi GP, a fun fly thing. But
Okay.
it's anybody can come out. It's gonna be whatever goes. You know, you can fly whatever you want, whatever video transmission you want. We're just gonna be flying at like a park and a parking garage area.
Is that freestyle
So,
and race?
haven't decided if I'm gonna break out the race gates yet. I guess it just kind of depends on how many people come out. I think it's gonna be mainly just a fun fly freestyle type thing, and then possibly set up some race gates. But I think it's looking like Sunday because they're, last I looked, they're calling for rain Saturday. So, but if I can do it on Saturday, we'll do it on Saturday. I just go to the Middle Tennessee drone racing on Multi GP, and I should have it posted probably sometime tomorrow.
Nice. IMG Ross 98, $5 super chat. Thanks for the stream, Pastor and Skip. Smiley face. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. We also, I'm going to have an event May the 18th in Knoxville, Tennessee, House Mountain. If you guys want to meet me, there is a good place to meet me. I'll be doing an event all day long, doing GQ in my best element, racing 5-inch. So that's definitely one of my better races that I can do. I love whoops. I'm very passionate about whoops. I can make them super light, super fast, and make whoops really awesome. And I want to be a really good racer at whoops, but I got a point to where I'm like, I get really fast and do really good, and then I crash. So I've not figured out whoops completely yet. And I can keep up with some of the best as far as whoops go for a little bit. But I have a hiccup every time. But 5-inch is where I'm studying the most in FPV, and I'm really going to try to lay down a GQ time, and that's going to be competitive. I want to be in the high sport section. I don't want to be competitive enough to go against the pros, but I want to be in the high sport class.
Speaking of going against the pros, hey Red Sky, how's it going?
Yeah, there's a pro in the working right there, Red Sky FPV.
And I loved it when I was in there taking a pause for the calls. I love uh, how you called I am gross. I am G Ross.
Did I
90,
say I am gross?
I am gross is really his name. He's been on
Oh,
here. So, but you took the
did I say
diplomatic. No, you took the diplomatic turn and said I am
okay?
G. I am
When I
G.
looked at it, my brain said I am gross, and then I looked at it again and said, no, that's got to be IMG Ross 98.
Yeah. Well,
But
it
it's
is
actually I
I.
am gross.
It is IMG together. So you'd think that, but he just commented in and says, he says, yes, I am gross. So
Well,
yeah, if y'all go
I
back,
was trying to be nice about it. I
yeah,
thought I
yeah,
saw a capital IMG and then Ross 98.
very
So I
diplomatic. I
guess,
appreciate that,
I
Skip.
guess me messing it up.
Yeah, well, if y'all go back to way back, you'll see a stream where we were doing. I forget the name. What was the name of the game that we were actually playing? Uh, it's actually his last name. His last name is Gross.
Yeah, okay.
But
Is it gross or gross?
G Ross. What was the name of that game we played on here? It was like a fun little weeble wobble, but we don't fall down kind of game, and we played it on the live stream a couple of nights, and I am Gross was the one.
Gross like disgusting is what he says.
Yeah, he was the one that helped us get it all figured out and worked out. And I don't remember the name of the little game. What was the name of the little game? I'm Gross, if you remember it, that we all played together. I know it wasn't Among Us, but it was something like that where you just got to finish the the course together, and we were playing live on there, and it was actually a fun little game to play with. You know, if I'd have seen it by myself or something, I'd have been like, "This, ah." But it
I
was
know I
actually
did. This does remind me of something. I do want to come up with a drone cologne.
drone
And
cologne.
yeah, so for all of the drone races, I know we can be out there for hours, and some people could be smelling ripe. I
I,
tell you.
I was thinking about that last night. We talked a little bit about it. I had another name. Branch off the
Yeah,
scent to deodorant and call it Pit Boss
pit boss. That's not a
for the
bad one
for
right
the
there.
pits. It's for the pits.
Yeah. Hey, we can have a deodorant, a body wash, prop wash, or whatever we can come up with to make these experiences more pleasant for more people.
Uh, Red Sky, if you want to, and you're not some kind of guru pro at it like you are at whoops and racing, I would be willing to come on one night, late at night, lipo fire, yeah, and try a FPV online game of Among Us or something like that, because I can already tell you're sus just by asking.
There was some game, I forgot what it was, but they go in an alien world and they have to like gather supplies and cash it in. I think that would be a really cool game. Can't remember what it is. Fall Guys.
Fall Guys, that's the
Yeah.
one we played. That was cool. Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, it's kind of like a generic Mario Kart, but it's like everybody's running to the finish.
The one I've seen one where these it's real popular here lately, and but these guys they go and they're dodging aliens and stuff like that, and it's real funny because you have to like gather a bunch of stuff to and cash it in, and
Have you?
I seen this guy. He grabbed this. It's a retractable ladder, and it's in a briefcase, and he like pulls the ladder out, and it comes up, and they're like, "What's this thing for?" And it comes up and it just smacks and kills one of the guys standing in front of it.
Have you ever played Among Us, Skip?
I have seen a lot of it, but I have not played it.
Yeah, you kind of start off on a ship and everybody's got chores that they got to do. You've got to clean out, the waste bin and rewire the warp drive or something like that. And there's one or two people in the team that it's their job to stop you.
Okay,
And so they sneak around behind you when you're in a room when you're in a room with them, they kill you, and then they can jump through the vent or something, and you have to try to tell who it is. It's kind of fun, but from what I understand, there's a lot of cheating. Last I heard that there was a whole lot of mods. I don't like to play games that people know God modes and stuff like that. I just don't. I don't care anything about that. So, Red Sky, if if you know of a version of that there's not a bunch of people running in and out with God mode or whatever, I'm game to try it one night.
I seen a clip of a guy. He said, "Yeah, they're never gonna believe you," and he somehow shot himself or something, and and everybody came in the room and thought it was her that done it.
Yeah, yeah. I used to play my share of video games. And I've still got an Xbox behind my head over here. You might be no, you won't be able to see it, but right in there, I got an Xbox S series or Series S. So I play every now and then, but not that much. I don't have time for it. I'm working on editing my Gox Boggles video. I got about a third of the way through that last night, and it's probably going to take me, probably another 6 to 8 hours because I'm anal. If you guys watch me, like right there when I went, if I'll cut out one of those and I'll spend 5 minutes in there getting it to where it's me not stuttering or saying and I'm like, it's I hate that when I hear my voice. I hear that back because I didn't used to do that much until my head injury. So I'll cut all of them out. I think the last edit, not the one for the giveaway, but the last edit, full edit before that, I think I had like 4,000 cuts in it. So it was a lot. But my gaming times ends up being the same time for FPV. Yep. Me too. And, but there are some times that I really don't feel like getting here at the bench because most of the stuff I have is micros. So I'm not gonna work on them. I did.
See, I got out of gaming and got into FPV, and I don't know, it kind of like taking a step back for me because FPV got me more social and got to meet people and kind of game in real life.
Yeah. Well, and I'll show you guys what I stopped editing for last night and finished was this. The screen is fixed. It was broken, but now it's fixed. And while I was at it and I was ordering, went ahead and got some blue flippy things. I didn't know they were for airplane. They had one that says arm. I think this one says flaps. And this one says timer or something like that. But, I put the LEDs in that one. This was the OG. This was just the original Boxer that didn't come with anything. Those are not CNC gimbals, whatever they're called. What do they call those gimbals?
Hall gimbals.
What's that?
Those are Hall gimbals.
Yeah, these are Hall effect gimbals. But what do they call the gimbals that they put on the Boxer Crush?
The AGO1s.
The AGO ones. I've got the AGO ones in my other one that's blue and transparent case, but something that I noticed, some of my older drones, when I updated my Boxer to the newest version of Express LRS to have it work with the backpack for the goggles, some of my older SPI drones won't work. They won't come on. And they're using the same bind phrase. They just won't come on. And they will with this one. And I just think it's a version compatibility error. So I'm
You're
going to
getting
keep.
interference on your stream there, Pastor.
Yep, probably. This is why.
Oh, yeah.
No more interference.
Yeah, it shows you how powerful them things are.
Yeah, and I think I only have it at 25 milliwatts. So, yeah. But that's, I got it all off. That's what I did. I think some of us jumped on the stream last night. I told some people, hey, I'm going to be on the stream just working on. That's how this channel, how this channel begun. Is a bunch of us were just hanging out really in another reviewer's Discord. We were running it for him, but yeah, thanks guys. I'm sorry that got messy in your ears, and kind of fell out with him, and one of the other guys started it. Splat Kitty, you see his name in here on this Discord. He's like he's the guy that made it, and he doesn't. I don't think he does FPV anymore, but he signed it all over to me, and that's how it got it. We would just come on when we were working on our drone stuff, log into on our phones or on our iPads to Discord, kind of like what a lot of y'all do when you're flying and you're simming. We would do it when we was building, and we have that. Let me show. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, we have that in here. You know, the Tech Talk Chatterbox. You just go on it. Anybody, go on it. You can talk about anything you want to. Tech Talk, we kind of leave that for, you know, if somebody's got a problem, we can go on there and we can work it out with them together. Race Sim, if you're racing and you're simulating, or you're on the simulator, jump in that one. As you see, we're in live stream right now, and then there is a members only voice stream. And what's that? I need to look down.
I was just pointing at it.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's pointing at it. Yeah, and you know, we do have member swap meet, which members get access to stuff before other people do. But other than those two, members only chat, members swap meet, and that members voice chat, everything else is free for everybody. So, and you know, we don't do a whole lot of chatting on members chat. We will every now and then if we post something that we don't want the whole world having access to, we'll throw it on there for a little while. But other than that, the Discord is free, and we want it to remain free for all of the viewers. Go on, and if you got a problem, you know, if some of the nights, the things that Skip and I are talking about around 2:00 in the morning, we'd be glad if somebody's like, man, I'm having a problem with my receiver. We're like, yeah, okay, something something other than something weird. Because I mean, hey, we'll talk about whatever.
Well, about 2 a.m. we're in La La Land, so.
Yeah, and just ask Red Sky, you know, if you come on and it's late, just be ready to hear some bad dad jokes. That's just how it is. But yeah, we'd love to have you guys on there. It's a community. And here's the thing, there is no shame in not having limitless amounts of money to throw at this hobby. I've got things basically because years ago I would buy these Horizon Hobby airplanes from eBay where people would crash them and break the nose off of them or something, and I'd fix them, or they'd have a servo bad on them, and I'd buy a servo and I would replace them, and I'd turn around on eBay and I'd sell it, and sometimes I'd make 4 to 10 times the money that I had in it, and I didn't feel bad about it because they were getting it at a good price. And you know, not only did I fly it, I balanced it and everything like that, so it was, so it was right. And I made quite a bit of money doing that on the side. And, you know, still today, I'll find somebody that I've got gear that, you know, I get in a trade or somebody will give me or whatever, like this pile of gear back here. Somebody's like, oh man, I want that. I'll give you so-and-so for it. And yeah.
Yeah, Raymond, I know you say it's a money pit, but at least you have something intangible rather than just a game downloaded on a computer. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I look at it. Is I have something I can hold, put in my hand, and actually show other people and do stuff out in the real world
Mm-hmm.
instead of some 10K hours in DayZ that means nothing to anybody.
Yeah. And, you know, last night, I don't know, there were several people on the stream for a while last night. I had put the screen in my boxer, got it all buttoned back up, and one of the wires on the side was down in between the system button. So I had to take this. I used this for the first time. It's the Radio Master. There you go, Radio Master. Get it right, and it'd be upside down, wasn't it? That's the Radio Master tool to take the servo nuts off of. So I got it all put back together last night. Some of y'all were on there, and my system button was stuck because it had a wire in between it. Take it back apart, move the button, and do it again. Now it's working fine. So, yep. All right.
All right, you ready to call it, Pastor?
I am. Thank you for coming out. Thanks, Skip, for joining us. Thanks, Zach, for being on and chiming in. I know he's getting a little one to bed, so take care, Skip. We'll see you, brother.
All right, see you.
All right, let me reverse this camera real quick before I forget to do it before the Thursday stream. There we go. That's right. Nope. It did it back. There we go. All right. Now minimize. Really? Ever since they have updated this program, it has not been anything but trouble for me. Insta360 link. Fix your program. Minimize it. Let's see if that'll work. At least it's reading right. But right below my head in the screen, below it, it's all froze up. So, all right. At least it did not make OBS freeze up, which is the good thing. All right, guys. Thank you all for showing up tonight. And remember, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air. God bless.